Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Wefwafwa Andrew, and if you are a returning subscriber, I just want to say welcome back. Thank you for always watching our videos, and thank you for subscribing, thank you for sharing, and thank you for all the support that you've given us. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing by clicking that red subscribe button. Like and share this video with all the people you care about. Now, we are still on day 3 of our community outreach in Manafwa district. This is the third part of day 3. As I told you, day 3 was a serious day. We worked a lot. We moved to many places from morning up to evening. So we are heading to the second place. We were in the first place where we watched part 1 and part 2. If you've not yet watched that video, I will leave the links to those videos towards the end of this video for part 1 and part 2. So make sure that you watch those videos as well. So as you can see, I am in a second place of our day 3 community outreach, and in that place I started also by telling people the reason as to why I was doing such outreaches. And one of the reasons that I gave was that after completing school, I went to the regional referral hospital in our district. That is a government hospital where I volunteered for 9 months. So during that period, I saw different patients, and I saw people who came with the diabetic ketoacidosis. I saw people who came with the stroke, heart failure due to poorly managed hypertension and diabetes. And sometimes actually those people came to the facility when they never knew that they had those conditions. So that showed me that there was need to address this problem, and the best place to start from, I thought that it was the community. And the community had been left because we were focusing on people who are already sick. So I wanted to go and address this challenge such that the people will not be actually overburdening our hospitals. If we address this from the community, we solve everything. So from there, I was teaching people about hypertension, and I wanted to simplify things. I just took one value, but those others, I was just mentioning them. But the value that I talked about, I told them that hypertension is when someone has a persistently high blood pressure of greater than 140 over 90 millimeters of mercury for at least 2 measurements at something like 5 minutes apart, with the patient seated and on at least 3 occasions, like 1 week apart. So I told them that you cannot just diagnose hypertension on the first day. Like someone take and the blood pressure is high and you diagnose it. Maybe someone is just from moving, maybe someone is having some anxiety. So we cannot just take that value at once. But I made sure that I teach these people about this chart very well, because I knew that I had left them with a blood pressure machine. So I made sure that they understand interpreting the chart, and all of them, not only one person. And I'm glad they understood, because they even demonstrated. So I talked about other things, mostly the complications that can come due to high blood pressure, things like stroke. I talked of heart failure, kidney failure, and many other things. Yeah, so that was majorly the thing, but I was focusing on lifestyle management, and then the way we eat. Of course, I think it is part of our lifestyle. Otherwise, that is the second place on our day 3 of community outreach. For someone who is new here, we were in Manafwa district, and Manafwa district is found in eastern Uganda, and Uganda is found in East Africa. So Manafwa district is bordered to the north by Bududa. If you have heard of Bududa, is a place where landslides occur most in Uganda, but they also occur in Manafwa, but not many parts of Manafwa. They usually occur in northern Manafwa. Yeah, but in a place where I was teaching from, we don't have the landslides there. Yeah, so that is how it all went on that day. So let me know what you consider the normal ranges of blood pressure in your country of origin, and how you manage these patients from there. Like talk about the lifestyle management, and then talk about the medication that you guys use wherever you are watching from. So from there, I talked about diabetes mellitus, and then I also talked about the diabetic diet. And still here, I was using the plate method, and I told them that this method, or this way of preparing food, is not only for people who are having diabetes mellitus. I just say that we recommend it highly in people who have diabetes mellitus. At least they must adhere to it. But the general public also can benefit from that since every person needs a healthy diet. So as usual, I told them that we divide the plate into 2 parts, and then we fill the larger part with the foods that contain very little or no starch, most especially the veggies like carrots, cabbage, cucumber. We have things like green pepper, mushrooms, and all those things. Actually, most of them, we have them in our area. So people just needed that knowledge of knowing how to arrange those foods. And then also people have been reluctant on growing those crops, and yet the climate can favor all those crops. So I encouraged them to start growing those foods because they are really healthy. Then I told them the other second half is also divided into 2 quarters, where you fill 1 quarter with the foods that contain proteins like eggs, chicken, beans, and then we have also fish. And I also encouraged them to eat healthy plant fats like avocado and others. Then the other half, I told them to fill it with the other quarter, I told them to fill it with foods that contain carbohydrates, most especially the complex carbohydrates. Yeah, I told them to fill that quarter with the foods that we have. Here people grow foods like potatoes, cassava, we grow maize, we grow a lot of things. So I told them to use those very foods. Of course, I also went ahead and taught these people about diabetes mellitus, the signs and symptoms, how to diagnose diabetes mellitus, about the diet, and then many other things. Yes, after that, We went now to our final session. Our final session was teaching people how to use a blood pressure machine, and I allowed them even to demonstrate. This is day 3 of our community outreach, and this is our second place. We taught the community about the blood pressure, and then we taught them about a balanced diet. We've been able to get them some fruits. As you can see, the seedlings for the oranges, and then we are also going to leave them with the blood pressure machine, and then some charts that they will use for interpretation of the results that they will be finding. So we are going to make sure that we follow up and see that they have planted all these seedlings. You know, our aim here is to share knowledge such that we can save lives. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Just make sure that you subscribe if it is your first time. Share this video with all the people you care about. I love you all. Peace. Say bye. Dale. Bye. Wait up. Hai, baru